So, like many people, I've just been sat down watching the Lions announcement for the 2021 tour to South Africa. We hadn't planned to kind of do this, but we're going to have a little reaction. We'll look at more depth reaction in next week's podcast. Ollie, how you doing?
I'm not Ollie.
Oh, no, you're not, are you? Sorry.
Are you not taking your Alzheimer's tablets again?
No. I've missed it today because I was too excited to be watching this Lions announcement. No, so Ollie unfortunately can't be with us. He is currently working hard out in the community. So our editor and chief has decided to quickly join us because whilst, bless him, he was editing down our teams and doing all our stuff for social media, he made several comments about our selections. So I thought I would get him involved in this little reaction to the Lions. I'm sure you're happy because Johnny May didn't get selected.
I am ecstatic that Johnny May didn't get selected because I think Johnny May is... Well, I'm going to have to edit this out in a minute. I think Johnny May is shit. So,
Fair enough. You should probably put a little bleep to that then. Okay, so...
I will.
We've obviously... You've already noted in our conversations as everything was being kind of read out that our selections were pretty shit.
Try not to swear now because too much editing means I've got lots of stuff to do. So let's try not to swear from now on. All right.
No swearing. So as I said, you kind of suggested that our selections actually haven't turned out very good. I would just suggest that can only be accurate comment if the Lions come away with a victory. Otherwise, Warren should have listened to us. He should have responded to our emails, our letters. But yeah, he hasn't. So what do you think of the selection then? I think it's quite good. A few surprises, namely Bundyaki. That was a surprise. Daly. Josh Adams was a bit of a surprise. I'm sure Ollie will be happy that Van der Merwe's in there. What are your thoughts?
There are a few surprising calls. I mean, like I say, Josh Adams. Again, I don't really know a lot about the guy. I know he's plays for Wales because I'm looking at him in front of me. But I don't really pay much attention to Wales. Who should, really, to be honest. But there are a few surprises. You're right, Bundyaki as well. But I guess he could play the sort of Tuilagi role that you and Ollie suggested in the last podcast. He'll be taking the big hits up the middle, I suppose. But Sam Simmons is in, which is a hell of a shout, and he deserves to be there on Premier.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. And both Ollie and me, I think wanted him in our team. So Warren definitely listened to us on that. It wasn't anything to do with the fact that he's a fantastic player and in really good form. Warren's obviously listened to us. But yeah, congratulations, Sam Simmons, absolute legend. Fantastic result for you. Danny Kerr, obviously I wanted Danny Kerr. I think Ollie did as well. No space for Danny Kerr, no space for Joe Marler. Conan, surprise as well, but an interesting one. No Johnny Sexton. That's quite a big omission.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to worry about those concussions, haven't you, and stuff, I think, more than anything. I don't think he would be fit for a lot of it.
Yeah, and I think Ollie did kind of mention last night that he is quite prone to injury and whether he would actually kind of survive the tour.
Who's the third scrum half? I missed it completely.
Ali Price, who was originally in my selection, the Scottish scrum half.
Yeah, Gareth Davis, that's it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Gareth Davis. But Ollie sort of Danny Kerr would be a good choice, and I was persuaded to kind of... Well, I didn't need much persuading because I thought Danny Kerr is on fantastic form and is playing really well for Quins. So
he's obviously gone on Premiership form as well by picking Sam Simmons. So you'd have thought the guys who are doing well in the Premiership would have given him a decent shout. I mean, why Elliot Daly's in that squad? I have no idea. Because
you're quite brutal, aren't you?
Well, he's also shit. So I mean,
he's not.
He's a utility player. That's the reason he's in that squad, isn't it? He's a utility player. He can play in the wing. He can play in the centre. He can play at fullback. That's the only reason he is in that squad. Let's face it.
Wow, maybe you should come on this podcast more often.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm the editor. I don't have opinions on these things because I get grumpy.
Controversial. You could be described as the Andy Good of our podcast. Really, he likes to throw things out there, doesn't he? So, no Billy Vunipola.
No Billy V. I mean, no again, is that an injury thing? Maybe, who knows?
Or he's just lacking games, or
a bit of out of shape.
You can't say that though, can you? Because Mako's in there, obviously Owen Farrell's in there, Daly's in there. They're all down the championship.
George is in there.
George is in there. Itoji's in there, all down there in the championship on Sarri's watch, which we also forgot to mention, I think, in this week's podcast. So sorry, they won. Yeah, they won. I noticed that when I re-listened to it. I don't know. I'm just really glad Alan Wynne-Jones is the captain, right man for the job. Alan from Wales, fantastic, no questions. What did you think of our kind of first test team? Obviously, take out the guys that obviously weren't selected from the main squad.
That yet?
I have. I shared it this morning just as a little kind of, get people involved and get them interested in listening to the podcast.
I mean, from the squads you selected, obviously it's a decent lineup. How many players are actually in the main squad now? I'm trying to find it, but I can't.
Well, Joe Marler's not there. Danny Kerr's not there.
I found it. Yeah, so you got one.
Billy Vunapola's not there.
Yeah, he was on the bench, wasn't he? No, he wasn't on the bench. So
No,
you got Slady, who's not there.
Yeah, Slady. I was really surprised about that as well.
Slady, Marler, and that's about it. I think but he's not. He's on the bench anyway. He wasn't the main starter.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's only two of the actual main starters you put in your first team out that isn't in the actual squad. So it's not a bad shout, I suppose. So you take out Slade and put in. Who would you put in for that in this starting 15?
Ollie would be against it, but I'd put Owen Farrell in.
No, I would put Farrell in as well. You know my thoughts on Owen Farrell as well.
You love him. You think he's quality. Well, I guess.
Our discussion through the whole Six Nations was how could England improve, and I told you to get rid of the whole back line. So that's my thoughts on the England back line at the moment.
Well, apart from Anthony Watson, maybe he's decent.
Yeah, he was doing all right. I thought he played all right for Bath the other day when I had a quick watch of it, even though the Bath lost. I thought he did all right. Anyway,
Ollie won't want to talk about that, mate. He's still upset.
Probably not. I mean, who would you put in the centre?
Well, you're probably going to be looking at Bundyaki, aren't you?
It's going to be.
Bundyaki, he's been selected to do a job. He's been selected to do the Manu, Tuilangi, Bosch up the middle. You're going to be looking at combinations in the centre with Bundyaki and Robbie Henshaw. It's going to be good. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fantastic.
So you got Bundyaki in the centre. Who you taking into the Marler then? Who you putting into the Marler? Loose head, Wynne-Jones, I suppose, is it?
I would put Wynne-Jones, but I think Ollie would probably put Mako.
Yeah.
But obviously he's had a whole career in the scrum, so he knows a lot more.
Well, yeah, he's a. I don't want to say. I'm not going to say anything. Yeah.
He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything about propping, so I don't even know why he made comments.
No, I don't know. But yeah, that's true.
Hey ho. Anyway, listen. Thank you very much for jumping on. I think that's probably enough reaction. We'll have another chat with Ollie next week in the podcast. Get your editing hat on. Get this editing. Get out there for the masses of fans.
Yeah, I'll do it now.
Thanks very much for being part of it. You can leave the expletives in. It's an honest and open kind of reaction.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tag it as not for children. It never is anyway for children.
No, parental guidance required.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that.
All right, buddy. Nice one. Now, fuck off. Right. See you later.
Dickhead. All right. Bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye.